So inshallah we're going to start. So we will do inshallah 2 ayats today of Surah Al-Baqarah, 141 and 142. So 141 is the end of the first juz, Alif Lam Mim, and with the 142, the second juz of the Quran starts. So the first is simple translation. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ayat number 141. Tilka ummatun qad khalat. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been mentioning until now the stories of Bani Israel and their prophets. So at this point, those stories end. So this ayat says that Tilka ummatun, that was a nation, that was a group of people. Qad khalat, they have gone. Okay. Laha ma kasabat, whatever they earned, it was for them. Okay. Walakum ma kasabtum, and whatever you earn, it is for you. Wala tus'aluna, and you will not be asked on the day of judgment. You will not be questioned. Amma kanu ya'malun, what they used to do. Okay. So that is the first ayah. And the second ayat is about when in Medina the Qibla direction was changed. Okay. When Prophet ﷺ migrated to Medina, in the beginning he was still facing the Baitul Maqdis in the prayer. Okay. Then after some time, the direction of the Qibla was changed from Baitul Maqdis towards Kaaba, which was on the other side of the Medina. So when that happened, there were other people who started making fun or started saying foolish things. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is responding to them by saying, Sayaqulu Sofaha, the foolish people will say, Minan Nas, among the people, Ma wallahum, what has turned them, An qiblatihim allati kanu alayha, on that qibla they were facing until now. What changed them? What changed Muslims to switch their direction from the Baitul Maqdis towards the Kaaba? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قُلْ لِلَّهِ الْمَشْرِقُ وَالْمَغْرِبُ. Say thou the east and the west belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The east and the west belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yahdi man yasha'u, he guides whomever he wants or wills or desires, ila siratim mustaqim, towards a path which is straight, siratim mustaqim. So inshallah we will do the understanding of the words.
Thank you.
So going back to the beginning of the ayat number 141, the ayat starts with tilka. Okay. So the word tilka means that. Okay. And there is another word, zalika, that also means that. Zalika. Okay. So the difference between these two words is that if the person or the object we are talking about is feminine, then this is used, tilka is used. If the person or the object we are talking about is masculine, then dhalika is used. Okay? So here the word tilka is used. Tilka means that. Now why tilka is used here? Because the word ummatun means a nation or a group of people. Ummatun means a group of people or nation. Okay? And this word is feminine in nature. Ummatun is feminine. Okay? And one of the signs of a word being feminine is that it ends up with this ta marbuta. This is ummatun, this kind of ta, and this is the regular ta, okay, and this is also written as like that, the way it is written here, ta. Whenever you see this ta at the end with two dhammas, ummatun, that means this word, this whole word has a feminine. For example, so when you stop, you can say umma. For example, all the feminine names we know, Sajida, Hamida, okay, those are feminine names. So they end up with a ta like this, okay, Sajidatun or Sajida. Okay. So this word ummatun, which means nation or a group of people, is a feminine. That is the reason tilka is used here. Tilka is used for feminine. So it means tilka ummatun, that was a nation. That was a group of people. And this is about the prophets that have passed in the history. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about them and the people who were guided. So tilka ummatun means that was a nation. A nation. Means the Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ismail and Ishaq and Yaqub and all the tribes which we just studied, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying those were a group of people. That was a nation. Okay? So what happened to them? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, qad khalat. Okay? So qad is used to make it surely. Qad, surely. So if you are talking something in the past and we want to say surely this thing happened, qad is used for it. Okay? Then the next word is kha, lam and waw, and this means to go away, to go away or pass by. Something that has gone or something that has passed in the history, this word is used for that, kha, lam and waw. Okay? If I put a ta at the end and sound like khalat, this is used for a feminine, which means, and the past tense, which means she is gone. She passed away or passed by. Okay? So here, she passed by. Okay? So the word we are using, ummat. So we don't have to say she. The nation has gone. The nation has passed by. Okay? So, tilka ummatun qad khalat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that was a nation that has gone. Means those people came, live in this world, and they are gone. Okay? So, qad khalat means surely gone by or passed by. But gone is enough. Okay? So those were the people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that they came, they lived in this world, they did good deeds or whatever they did, they are gone. They are history now. Okay? So this is what it means, tilka ummatun qad khalat. Those were the people who were gone. Okay? Then,
if you put khalatan, what does that mean?
khalat,
Khalatan?
I don't know.
Khalatan? would be feminine, right?
Khalat is feminine. This is it.
Oh, how do you make it masculine?
Khala.
Khala?
Yeah. Khalam and waw, which is khala.
Khala?
Yeah. So when you put a ta at the end, and it sounds like this becomes a feminine third person, and history depends. Laha and ha. These are two words, la and ha. Laha means, la means for, and ha means her or it. Okay. So laha means for it or for her. Because we are talking about the group of people or nation. Okay. Ma means whatever. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Then the next word is kaf, sin and ba, and this means to earn.
Ma means what? Or
Whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever, yeah. Okay? Kasaba means to earn. Kasb halal, earning, halal earning. So kasaba means to earn something, okay? And if I do the same thing, kasabat means she earned. Okay. So all the time this her or she is coming because ummatun is a feminine. So all the word, the grammar that will come will be pointing to she or her. So she earned means the ummat earned, or those people earned. Okay? And here I can say in English, it earned. Okay? So what it means, the sentence so far says that those were some people who lived in the past. Whatever they earned, it was for them. Okay? For it means, if they say pupil, then for them. So whatever good deeds they did, it is for them. Whatever wrong things they did, it is for them. They will be responsible on the day of judgment for their good deeds or their bad deeds. Okay? This is what is the earning is. Whatever in this world they did, they will be responsible for that in the hereafter. Laha ma kasabat, for them whatever they earned. Okay?
So, excuse me, earn means for doing
Earn means whatever good work they did here.
Not for ibadah.
No, everything. Ibadat, good deeds, worshipping, and all other good deeds they did. They took all these back with them on the day of the judgment. They will get reward for all these things. Everything, not only the earning, not the job only.
Your job.
24 hours, whatever they did. They worked hard for anything. If they earned the right way, they worshipped. Everything they did in 24 hours. All this is their earning. They are taking it back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And on the day of judgment, it will be for them. Whatever they did here. Okay, so that is what it means.
They also say in the Quran that says so no compensation will be accepted from her, or no compensation will be accepted from him.
Right.
like
Yeah, so but that is for one person cannot do anything for the other person.
mainly it's like most of your
It
attention.
says whatever you did, this is what it means also. Whatever you did,
It's your.
that is yours. Nobody is going to help you there. Okay? This is what. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says those were some people who came and who went away in this world, in the history. Whatever they earned, they took back with them. This is theirs. But whatever you do, now it is yours. Whatever you earn, you will take with you. So you will not be helping them and they will not be helping you. So this is what the next part is. Walakum ma kasabtum. Okay? So let's look at these words.